Okay, this is old Cam.
And this is not a spring chick, and today we're going to be talking about
the Supreme Court decisions. Wait till Monty stops her grumping.
Monty, you finished grumping? Okay.
Okay.
Up here so I can see it.
I know, but it was up there. They can see it.
Oh.
See? Okay. Okay, this is old Cam.
And this is not a spring chick, and today we're going to be talking about
The Supreme Court's decision on Obamacare, because it's going to have a massive effect on the upcoming election, which it should have had, but not the way that it's going to have.
Well, see, part of it is a lot of you are hearing about different things, and it's the summertime, but this is an election year.
Yeah, and what happens is, I've always been strictly against judges that don't adjudicate. What happens is, today, judges basically, what happened, Justice Roberts, who's now being declared the hero to the left wing of the Democratic Party, actually did nothing more than toss the whole thing back to the people again. He didn't judge. He basically, he went on party, went along with the party thing. The party needed a loss to win the election. The Democrats needed a loss to get the base out. What happens now is, I mean, most of the people out there are probably like I am. I'm getting ungodly amounts of begging from the Democratic Party. We are now facing the biggest crisis ever. They weren't facing a crisis Wednesday, but now they're, you know, I've got 3 from the president, a couple from their other people, and another from Biden, and another from, I mean, I think since a half hour after the hearing was put down, I've gotten 11 requests for emergency funding from the Democratic Party.
11?
11.
That's a lot.
Because what happened was that Justice Roberts knew that the Republicans were not going to vote for Romney. The right wing of the party does not like the man. What's he got, like, he's bringing in, you know, they're 20 times the amount of the Democratic Party is coming in at the moment.
Yeah, but he's the lead Republican right now.
Yeah, but no, but he's getting money that he was not, he's getting it from the right side of the party who are, okay, what do Republicans from the right do when they don't like the candidate? They put their hands in their back pocket and sit on them.
They don't, and that's the worst part, is they don't vote for their candidate, which in a sense is almost like voting for the other candidate.
They won't come out and vote, period. They will not, knowing that the Congress of the United States is up for grabs, they will not come out and vote because they don't like the person at the top. So what happened, Rogers made the decision, which was actually the right decision, because it is a tax, it always has been a tax. The Democrats can't, okay, Matt Lauer basically said on the Today Show, Democrats cannot run on tax and spend. It's a no-winner for them. And they said, well, George Bush was responsible for this. And the Republicans, and then they said, there wasn't one single Republican vote for it. How could they be responsible? Well, they didn't do their job. Well, no, you can't defend the fact that every congressman and senator went on record that this is not a tax. They all went on record. You can't get it through the Senate or House. It was a tax. People that basically the swing votes, you know, so they assume as of the moment they're trying to hold the United States Senate because.
What do you mean they're trying to hold?
They're trying to hold the United States Senate because if they can't hold the Senate, if you re-elect Obama.
Oh, you mean the percentage of Republicans versus Democrats?
Yeah, they need to keep the Senate in the hands of the Democrats so that they can continue to pass things without congressional approval. Because if you can't, as long as Harry Reid is in charge, he will not bring up anything. But here's the catch, folks. Taxes only take 51 votes to be overturned. And as of this moment, as I understand from people, Republicans have Democrats who are running for re-election that are not going to vote to put a tax on the people of their communities. They can't go on record. And Reid cannot stop it because if the House passes it as a tax thing, it has to go up for reconciliation. Reconciliation takes 51 votes. And then they make the President of the United States veto the thing stopping the largest tax rate in history. I mean, so also the Justice Roberts in the thing said also that it is not the Supreme Court's job to decide, you know, what the policies are of those people that you elect. It is up to the voters to make that decision. Yeah, so then he dumped it off to the voters to make a decision. Do you want the taxes to be raised? Do you want Obamacare, or do you want no taxes and no Obamacare? It's this decision, and it was, I mean, people on the right, a few minutes ago, they're talking about everybody in the media, except for a few people, have missed the ball. You know, it was a decision to give the Republicans, you're throwing meat to the lions.
So here's my question is, why should most of the public care?
Because it's going to raise the taxes on 70% of all of the middle class people, and the President of the United States swore to George Stephanopoulos, who basically is somewhat unhappy at the moment about being lied to by the President, that he would not raise taxes, and it's the biggest tax increase will be followed. The Democrats, Obama always doubles down, he will let the Bush tax cuts expire. That's 2 massive taxes in a row, and he expects the Democrats cannot run on one tax. But I mean, pay attention to what was in that thing. They threw out the fact the individual mandate is thrown out. It is a tax. If you do not pay income taxes currently, which more than 50% do not do, you get your health care totally free of charge, and that has to be paid for by someone. And there's 20 brand new taxes that are going to take effect to start off with. We have to do behavioral modification to the people in this country to get them to do things that are good for them. So you like those French fries? Kiss them goodbye. You like those hamburgers? Kiss them goodbye.
That's a disappointing part. It's like, we're adults, we should be able to choose.
Behavioral modification.
It's like your parents. Right? Your
Yeah.
parents telling you what you can do or not do.
But, you know, if you're wishing for a loss and you get a victory, you tend to get, okay, years ago, an example, I worked on a movie called Reds, which was supposed to have lost money. It won like 5 Academy Awards and made a
lot of money.
They went busted. And when the Democrats needed a god-awful loss, they wouldn't be in a state of panic over, this is a victory. This is what the Democrats are doing with the passage. You know, are they talking about health care? Hey, you know, we had a victory. Don't talk about it. Don't talk about it.
Well, sometimes you have a victory and don't realize it's a victory. Which sounds kind of...
It's a Pyrrhic victory. They now did what you never want to do, is they're going to let the public decide.
Well, and sometimes victories are not really victories.
Yeah.
Or sometimes...
A loss is not a loss.
And sometimes you make it sound like a victory when it really was a loss.
But they can't even...
Oh, that was the spin.
They aren't even making this a victory this time. They are trying to run from this disaster because, like I said, which everybody is using in Republican ads, Democrats cannot win on tax and spend. I guess there'll be more about this, so I hope, you know, just read the thing, folks, and you're going to discover things. I've actually read it. You people don't read it. You're listening to what somebody in the press is saying that never read it, that's all of a sudden getting a, oh my God, do you see what's in this thing?
Wow.
Yeah, you press it.
Well, actually, here's part of it, is a lot of the media, it's, you know, like you say, rip and read. They're reading it off of a teleprompter, so they're saying whatever's off the teleprompter.
Rip and read is all it is.
There's some that are commentary, some are editorial, but a lot of times it's whatever they put in front. They aren't doing the research because they don't have the time. Whereas you're getting the information from a multitude of sources, and he's really good at research.
Yeah, and
so that's why sometimes our spin may be a little bit different than what you're hearing.
Yeah, like you like those Costco hot roasted chickens? They're gonna go bye-bye.
Oh, the rotisserie chickens?
They're gonna go bye-bye under this system because we must have behavioral modification, which means no more fast food. We realize that it will cause an inconvenience to the American people and that it may cost jobs, but this is needed to make this country healthier. So you gotta, you know, okay, wish not for what you want, because often you will get exactly what you want and find out it didn't end up what you wanted.